everyone. Let's finish up the pages. So we started with one piece of random something on the page and added maybe some more stuff to it, or maybe you left it just as one thing. One thing that I really like to do in collage is add little tiny details. When I think I'm done with the page, I like to go over the page and take another look and add small little bits of things that add interest to the page. It also hides the ugly spots that you notice when you think that you're almost done, but not quite. All right? So I've gathered here some tiny, small, some medium-sized pictures from magazines, some words, postage stamps. I've got some die cuts and some paper punches, some watch clock faces. I've got some small book illustrations, some tickets. I've got stickers. I never use my stickers, so I want to use some of my stuff up. And then some of that, those ephemera bits that we buy because they're cool and then we never use them, right? So I've got some of those out as well. I picked a few things. So some little tiny things, some little bit larger things, just a variety of stuff. And I've got some washi tape too. Whatever you can think of, some small little details. So we're going to finish up pages by adding something that might be interesting in the page. You don't have to do this step. You may like your pages just the way they are. And I do have to say, I get this question a lot. When do you know your page is finished? This is my rule of thumb. Do I like it? If it's yes, it's done. If it's I don't know, or no, then I keep adding stuff until I do like it. I don't like this spot right here. I think I mentioned that before. And my eyes are drawn to those postage stamps there because it seems like it's a long thing. So I want something long here. I don't like that it is covering up the bird a lot. So I may just take off the backing of the stamps very carefully. But you do want to layer the little bits on top. Think of this as a reward to your viewer for really looking at the collage. A viewer gets excited when they find little bits and little details that they wouldn't have seen if they had looked at it really quickly. So it's a reward to the viewer, like, oh, well, look at that little bit of whatever it is right there. I hadn't noticed that before. It's a reward. It makes your viewer want to look more closely at your collages. I'm having a hard time getting these off the paper without ripping them to shreds. And I did rip them a little bit. Which is fine because I like the distressed look. And I do like it a little bit better with the 3 stamps without the backing. It doesn't cover quite as much of the background. It covers that ugly spot that I don't like. It'll be good. I'll glue those down. This spot also, I don't like the way the mirror just kind of ends in a tear. It's distracting for me. So I see that there's blue here. And as I'm looking, I see this blue butterfly, and I might just put that there. It blends into the mirror pretty well, so it's one of those details that you really have to look closely to see, but it hides that the mirror is not quite whole. There's really no reason for a butterfly to be sitting there like that, but it's a collage. It doesn't have to make sense. So I would probably finish out my collage like that. You can add as many details as you need to cover up any spots that you don't like. Or you may not want to cover anything at all. You don't want to add anything else. This has already got quite a bit of details. I think I need something in the corner. I already have a ticket, so I don't want a ticket. Something square. Maybe these hands punched out. I like the way the hands kind of frame that window there. That's kind of cool. I like the reds together. I might put that there. It kind of adds to it just a little bit. All right, so here's that problem page. Still don't know what to do with it. It's getting better now that I've added these bits, but there needs to be a reason why these two ladies are kind of glaring at each other. This one has a dog, and I'm thinking that maybe I need to put a cat over here. Maybe she doesn't like that she's a cat lady. All right, so I've got stickers, and I know I've got cat stickers that I've never opened. Here's some cat stickers. Here's some cat heads. Here's some cat stickers. I could put a little cat with her, but that doesn't really make any sense why she's all upset with this other lady. I'm seeing these stickers. They're just cat heads. And wouldn't it be funny if this lady is upset because this is a cat lady, as in she's got a cat head. And these cats have glasses on them. And there's one with green, so that would tie in the other side. So there's 3 cats with green glasses. I think, what kind of expression do I want? This one's a little huffy. Not very, this one's smiling, and this one's got a really happy face. So do we want the one that's kind of huffy? Since she's huffy, let's give it a try and see what happens. That's kind of a small face. It's hard to see, but it kind of makes it funny. I might just stick with that, or I might put a larger kitty cat head on. I like that better than adding a cat. I could add a cat as well. There's a green cat down here. Another green cat. It's just one of those, the little details really make a difference. Maybe I'll put a sandcastle down there. So you just keep going on. This needs something large here. I haven't figured that out yet. This page is got way too much stuff on it. There's little details in the page already. I don't really need to add anything more. It's a little busy, but I like it. Here's a page that's got a lot of stuff on it, but I feel like this guy is floating in midair, and maybe he needs a little bit of washi tape to anchor him to the bottom of the page. Maybe something a little dark to go with the dark spots. Just audition it a little bit. That kind of balances it out. All 4 corners are dark. I've got some lighter washi tape if I don't want to really draw attention to this corner. But I really don't like that as well. I do like the dark washi tape. So I'm just going to add the dark washi tape to it. Just a little detail, but it really does make it interesting. I could, put a little horse on top of the moon. We're getting it a little too busy for my liking. So I'm thinking that maybe that is what needs to be. Maybe the teapot with the cup, if I fussy cut it out a little bit, might be interesting to have a teapot on his head. I kind of like the way it draws out the red of this ball on the hand, and it kind of draws out the color of the stamp as well. I'm going to leave that there and look at it a little bit later. So that's all there is going and just looking at each page, seeing if there's any spots that really draw your attention that you want to add just a little bit more to. This spot up here is kind of catching my eye. It feels like there needs to be something right there. Maybe something like a flamingo. I'm trying to find one. A flamingo that's standing on his head. Let's see here. Pink? Maybe not pink. Maybe something else. Maybe a butterfly flying in that area. See, I like it on the clear plastic. You can actually audition it and see if you like it. I don't know. I don't know. But I might, someplace over here might be interesting to have a little something to disguise that. So, and that's all I would do, is I would continue to go through my pages, and some pages are going to be perfect just the way they are. They're not going to need anything to go with them. You don't have to add something to every page. I haven't glued some of these in. But, some of them can be really, really simple. It just depends on your taste, what you like, what you want your collage to look like. It can be really, really busy, or it could be really simple. I'm thinking that I'm going to leave some of these as just the way they are. This one, I haven't added a whole lot to this page, but I really just like it the way it is. I may add a fish just for something, but I may not. I really, really like it just the way it is. Is it finished? I don't know. I may come back in a couple years and say, why didn't I put something on those pages? I'm thinking I like that hand right there. Just a little detail. Adds just a little bit of interest to the page. Just a little bit. This one's way busy. I did put a little sticker in her hand. It really doesn't need anything more. I don't think this one really needs anything more either. So here's another simple one. I just added a fish to the page. I really like the way that page turned out. I like looking at the page just the way it is. So I just added a fish, and that is going to be it. Little details of washi tape. The store-bought ephemera. There's a little monkey. on her shoulder, on his shoulder, on her shoulder. Just a little things like that make a collage interesting. So you may go through your pages and you may find a few spots that need something, or you may not find any spots that you want to put anything else. You may want to just leave it as it is and not add any little anythings. It might not be part of your style. So finish up your pages and we'll go on to the next part. Thanks for watching.